Growing as a producer can be really hard, so if you're looking for a way to skip all the hard work, you're not going to find that answer in this video or anywhere else, because it doesn't exist. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and tell you to make a bunch of loops, or DM a bunch of producers and artists to collab, because those are answers you've already heard, and they're super obvious. So obvious, in fact, a lot of producers are doing them wrong. Let me explain. I receive emails filled with melodies from dozens of producers every week. Most of these emails are what producers call weeklies. Some I've asked for, and others I've just been added to. And I'll be honest, I rarely use any of the loops I receive from the majority of emails. I have a handful of producers that I love working with, and I always end up coming back and using their loops over the dozens of others that are sending me emails. The two reasons for this are because their loops are always very unique, and hearing them makes me want to make music. And two, I've built a friendship with them outside of music. Find other producers that you genuinely enjoy talking to and have things in common with, because it'll make the music side of things so much more enjoyable. Now, the other point I mentioned is that my favorite people to work with all make unique melodies. How can you do that? Well, if you're just starting out and barely know how to form a melody, that's okay. It takes time to learn something new, so keep at it. Try new sounds and styles. Watch some tutorials on YouTube. I got tons out already that will help you, and I got a few friends that make them as well. The more knowledge you take in the early stages, the better you will be down the road. If you've been making loops for a while and you're fairly confident with what you can make, here's some advice to give your melodies a signature sound that's unique to you. And these points can apply to things outside of making loops as well. Do something you enjoy doing before you start making music. Whether this is playing a game, reading, drawing, swimming, cooking, spending time with your family, literally anything you enjoy. Your creativity will flow so much better if you do things you enjoy before making music, instead of just scrolling on your phone on some apps for a couple hours. One I personally like to do is go for a walk, because there's a lot of nature around where I live. There's just something about walking through a forest and seeing trees, leaves, rocks, and animals. You know, all the nature stuff. So if you have anywhere you can go for a walk and just be present in the moment, give it a try next time before you start making music. I bet it'll help you out. Alright, it just started to pour rain, so I gotta go. For the producers that want to get their name out there, want to be known to some degree, there's a few ways you can do that. You could get lucky with a really catchy placement that blows up. You could try to scam people and get called out for it by the entire community over Instagram and Twitter. Now, this option is definitely not what you should do, but hey, you can get a nice 15 minutes of producer fame. Just be careful though, because if Go Call Me tweets your name out on Twitter, you know, you might as well pack your bags goodbye. It's over for you. All jokes aside, another option you can do is to do what I did. Build an audience on social media. This could be on YouTube like me, or you could use a different platform like TikTok, Instagram, or Twitch. Fair warning for YouTube, it's a lot of hard work. Not that the other platforms aren't hard work, it's just I have first-hand experience with YouTube and don't really know too much about content creations on the other ones. It's gonna feel really weird talking to a camera when you first start out. I was nervous and awkward on camera for like my first 50 videos. You can go back and watch if you want. It's pretty bad. But now I'm way better with the camera. Speaking to it is almost like second nature now. You just gotta find which platform works for you, stick to it, and go crazy with it. If making videos isn't your thing and you just want to sit down and make beats, you can hop on Twitch or YouTube and just live stream. You're gonna be making loops and beats anyways. Why not stream it to others? Last thing I want to go over is how to properly network with people. I'm gonna give you two examples. Let's say you're a producer with 500 followers on Instagram, and you get a DM from a producer with 250 followers on Instagram. He started his message saying what's up and asked how you were doing. After that, he named a few artists and producers he has already worked with in the past, and said he would love to send some loops for you to use. You see, you received another DM from a producer around the same size as the other guy, 250 followers. You open up his message and it says, "Yo, collab?" Now be honest, put it down in the comments. Who are you most likely to respond to here? Obviously, in most cases, it would be the first guy. If you send DMs like the second guy, don't worry, because we've all done it. I'm guilty of it tons of times. And honestly, it can work sometimes, but it's just nowhere near as effective as the first one. The people that can use that second option are producers that are already established in the game. I'm talking about people like Benji Cold, Tragic, Rio Leva, Nick Mira, all those kind of names. So I hope you learned something from this video, but don't go anywhere yet. If you have a type beat channel that's struggling to grow, I highly recommend checking out this video right over here, where I show you some secrets to exponential growth for a type beat channel.